Hello everybody, it's Nick here, and today we're going to check out Revolt for the PC. This is a game that, by the way, I'm going to start this on the easy difficulty because I've only played the computer version of this like once. And it seems there's some graphical glitches here, so I don't know what that's about. But I grew up with the Nintendo 64 version of the game, later the PlayStation, and then I ended up with the Japanese Dreamcast version a few years ago, which to me is the best version. But I'm not too familiar with the PC version. I saw someone playing this game on YouTube, and they mentioned there's a sale on Steam, so I don't know why the graphics glitched up like that. It just happened after I minimized the game, so hopefully that's a bug that could fix. I'm trying to remember what car I used. So yeah, we're going to play through the game on the easy difficulty, and then if people want more, maybe I could do the other difficulties. There is an incentive. You do unlock different cars depending on which difficulty you play on. Basically, the only real difference between the difficulty is that there's it's like how your car controls. And I think I did beat this game 100% on the Dreamcast though. So there's that. Okay, I have to figure out the controls. I know how to move around, but I have no idea how to use an item, so I have to figure that out. Is it control? Oh, okay, control works. Now, you see at first these cars go pretty slow. I have the desktop volume I have it down quite a bit. Oh man, okay. Yeah, so this game, it's kind of like Mario Kart. I mean, you get different power-ups. This one I have. Are you serious, man? Are you... Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, this is actually one of the games that they claim made that actually didn't suck ass, so I hope that's good. At least even if the menus look glitchy, the racing screens look fine. I did a test recording, like a 5-10 second test recording, and that seemed to play back fine, so I hope that works here. These water balloons, I've always hated them because they don't seem to ever do anything, even if they hit someone. Of course, when the enemy hits you, then it's a different story, but... So yeah, there's 4 cups in this game. There's only a limited amount of tracks. Later... In fact, the Dreamcast version has more tracks. Not by much, I think it has like 1 or 2 extra tracks, but later in the game you play these like mirror and reverse version of the tracks. They're not too hard, because by that time in the game you already know the layout of those levels, so you just think in your mind, okay, just do this, but the opposite, or whatever, so... so far, so good. And I know this game, I mean, I paid about $7. The game's $6 on Steam. I paid like $7. Oh, here's a battery. This makes it just like the mushroom Mario Kart, basically. Except you don't have to spam the button. That's the nice thing. You get these balls that the computer's probably going to avoid anyway. And you get those stars. The stars basically freeze. Ooh, yeah. So you walk into a trap one there. But the star basically temporarily shuts off the other car's engines for a few seconds, allowing you to kind of get a head start. The one thing I always loved about this game is it tells you exactly the distance between you and the other cars. Of course, on the bottom left there, I drop an oil slick there. And we got our 3rd lap. So we're on the final lap. So considering this is my first time playing this in many, many years, I'm actually not bad at it. Yeah, if people want to see more, like and subscribe. And, oh wait, that's right, I don't ask for that stuff. So, anyways, just let me know in the comments, though, for real, if you want to see more. You don't have to subscribe, you don't have to like. I seriously, don't care about that. I just hate YouTubers that do that. Like, they already have, 1 million subscribers, and they're like, oh, if you like this video, like and subscribe. It's like... You don't have to tell me what to do, man. If I like your content and I want to subscribe to it, I'll do it. In fact, I'll be quite frank here. That's the #1 reason I don't subscribe to channels, even if I like them, is because they say that bullshit. And it's like, Wait, what did it say on that basketball? WIC? W-I-C? I don't know. So anyways, aside from YouTube politics, let me talk about my memories with this game. I'm trying to remember if I rented this from Video West, which is now a record store. I think I told you guys the story of how I got banned from Video West. Maybe I played this from getting it at Game Crazy or renting it from Hollywood Video or Blockbuster or something. Remember those places? Okay, okay, you press escape to skip all that. And hey, I qualified. Okay, this next track's going to be a bit tricky. It's the supermarket, right? Yeah, Supermarket 2. And again, loading screen's kind of glitchy, just a hair. But at least this part of the game seems to play fine, so that's good. But anyways, yeah, I grew up playing the game. I think I might have got it from Game Crazy, but see, I'm so old now that I don't... Wow, I'm surprised I hit someone. This is why the level's tricky, because you really slip on here. And on the other difficulties, it's really hard to control your car. It's like, you'd have a better time, or an easier time, you know, handling like a car in like freaking oil slicks. Now on N64 version, that door that was opening and closing isn't there, it's just wide open. I think that was due to more like a memory constraint. I don't know. But the N64 version is the most limited version of it, but it's still a great game to play. PlayStation version, from what I remember, was okay, but ultimately you really want to play the Dreamcast version. Plus, you get to play them on a controller. I'm playing this on a keyboard, so there's that. I'm trying to remember. I think there's only one more track after this. I'm trying to remember. Another thing I want to talk about is the game's music. I gotta be honest, I normally hate this kind of music, like this trance, techno-pop sort of thing. This is probably the only exception. I mean, I like Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, but that's about it. By the way, the fireworks here act kind of like the red shells in Mario Kart. I mean, well, sometimes they can miss, though. They do move around pretty drastically. And, you know, I never really considered looking into the game's storyline, but apparently these, you'll see these boxes throughout the levels that say Toyville, which is apparently the company that manufactured these cars, and apparently these cars ended up getting a mind of their own and just started racing and stuff. I always thought it was just a bunch of people off screen, like, with their RC cars or whatever, so... And actually, there was actually a sequel to this game, actually two. There was RC Revenge 1 and 2. I think I played both of them many years ago, but I don't remember, so... Let's just skip this. I do have an eBay auction I'm trying to win. It ends in like about half an hour, I guess. So I am trying to get through this, but yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, the museum. How could I forget this level? It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I like this tripwire here. It actually, you probably can't hear it because I have the volume down, but it rings when you run through it, which is pretty funny. Yeah, some of these later levels can be really painful to get through, but like I said, I played through the... Oh, I'm surprised I hit any of this. Maybe they're more responsive in the PC version. Or I mean, yeah, the PC version than the console versions. But anyways, yeah, some of these levels can get downright freaking insane to play through. And I played, like I said, I played through the Japanese Dreamcast version 1%, and I gotta tell you, so much time is spent throwing my controller through the wall. Yeah, this is a hard shortcut to get through. Whee! But there are a lot of cars to unlock, which is cool, and I think there's a cheat code I could do, but I'm gonna try doing it legit. Especially if I do decide to do a full-on playthrough. By the way, sorry if I'm not getting close to my mic. It's kind of far away. It's the only place I can put it right now. I'm going to keep this power up, though. Which basically makes it so whenever you... Well, you just saw for yourself, and it happened to me early in the first track. Now, as a kid playing the N64 version with the blurry graphics on the TV, I thought that was the number one that was on the battery, but it's just a plus and minus, which makes a lot more sense. I don't know if you could tell, the other side of that escalator was going down, so that meant you would have been you would have taken a lot longer to get up there. And I'm surprised I got a second battery. I don't know if this game has like certain luck manipulation things like Mario Kart does, like, you know, when you're in the back in Mario Kart and then they give you a mushroom. I just did that for fun. Now I'm pretty far ahead of this guy, I'm surprised. I think this music is exclusive to the computer version. I'm only really familiar with the N64 version, which is the same music, it's just remixed differently for the, you know, to accommodate the weaker hardware. But yeah, I mean, Junior Race RC, definitely play that your first time because it controls a lot better. Otherwise, you are going to be very miserable and you're going to think the game sucks. Anyways, I'm going to go for a different weapon here. Unfortunately, unlike Mario Kart, you can't speed up the selector. I thought you could. And I'm actually going to skip the shortcut this time because not even the other cars use it. Also, probably a good time to tell you guys, I'm probably going to be moving out here soon, spreading my wings. Which if I do, the first thing I want to do is play through Stunt Racer 64. Because nobody has given that game the love it deserves, except me. I think I'm the only guy that posted its ending. Part of that is because the game doesn't work on emulation. Which really sucks because it happens to be one of the rarest games on the N64. But anyway, yeah, I was like over 10 seconds from the last guy, so. Alright, on the last track. So, we'll see how we do here. Yeah, sorry if the sound is too off. I'm gonna try to adjust that in the next video. Again, that's if you guys want to see more. Let me know. Oh! Oh yeah, this is my favorite track in the game. I actually think the N64 version did have an exclusive song, or at least I don't remember hearing it in the other versions, but that is, it's like throughout the song you hear this voice going, go for the bird, go for the bird, go for the bird. I don't understand what that means unless you're saying flip people off. I don't know. But, I mean, the bass line in this is great. It's my favorite track, though. I know we said that already, but I don't care. So yeah, it controls pretty good. You use the arrow keys, and you press control to use items, okay. I need to figure out the button to flip yourself over, though, if that happens. Thought I can make it up there. I guess I need a faster car, which of course I'm going to unlock after this. And later you get cars that are so fast they can just breeze through here, but for now my car is so slow, you know, I could probably beat it in a foot race. Now, what's really cool is the game actually does have a track editor. But the crappy thing about it is you can't really... there's a toy-themed level later on in the game, and you pretty much only have... you can only use pieces from that sort of equipment. You can't use, like, this marble or concrete that's here or whatever, so it's very limited, but it's kind of cool to see anyways. Alright, I'm getting through this pretty effortlessly. Like, I'm not even breaking a sweat here. Trying to get a little closer to the mic. Sorry, again, this is like the only place I could put it right now. I love the little Vocaloid solo that comes here. It comes in the song a little bit. In a little bit, I mean. Did I forget to mention I got home from work just like a few hours ago, and I'm just really tired, but when I found out there was a Steam version of this game, I just couldn't resist. I had to grab it. It's just, you know, I just wanted to go back to my childhood. Back when everything was easy. Except school. Struggled with school because, you know, all the bullying and everything. But other than that, video games were my refuge. And this was one that I played quite a bit. I didn't play it the most. That would probably be Stunt Racer 64 again, but this game was definitely a pretty good one. Oh boy! Okay. Woo. And looks like I win. Woo! Okay, how far away was the other guy? Oh, he's quite a ways. And that's the cool thing. You can actually wait here if you really want to. The game doesn't like rush you or anything, but I was kind of, yeah, screw it with this. So wow, it took him like 30 seconds about to get caught up to me. Thought it would take him longer. And wow, I was first in all races, which I didn't think I would. And I like how it says here, continue championship, because isn't that the last level? Oh yeah, it is. Front end. You came for... Oh, whoa, whoa, I don't know about that. Oh, they're meaning my position. Sorry, I thought they were talking about something else. Yeah, I mean, dancing freaking cars on a podium. Dancing RC cars on a podium. What more could you ask for? Anyways, I think that'll do it for now. I'll see you guys later in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. And I happen to see that the screen and the graphics are no longer glitched here. That's funny. So, thanks for watching, guys. God bless, and peace out. Have a good one.